Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel of Gathered Plans. I have a memory spread in my recollections for the week of October 7th through the 13th. Initially, I was reluctant to do a memory spread in my recollections for the 2 weeks I was in Japan because I didn't really have any kits that were suited for Japan, but I was like, you know what the heck, I have so many fall kits, I want to use them. And this Sweetbellaxoxo kit was kind of perfect because the colors are very reminiscent of like cherry blossoms, and it was really on point, and it's still an autumn kit, so I kind of get the best of both worlds. And I was going through my phone photos, and I just wanted to revisit my last week in Japan. So I was like, what the heck, just go ahead and do it. So again, this kit is by Sweetbellaxoxo. It is called Autumn Leaves, and it's so beautiful in rose gold. This was actually her old format. I know she recently reformatted all of her kits. So the old format has like these 3 loose pages, 2 full pages, and then there's this one that's a little bit thinner in width. So it's perfectly fine still. I prefer her new format just because it's easier and I don't misplace these small little sheets here. But I'm going to go ahead and go into detail about these here. You get all of the date dots and the scripts. I feel like her kit is amazing, like her shop. If you are looking for a very affordable shop that has quality stickers and foil, check her out. I promise she has a discount code all the time on her Instagram. And here you have like some more headers, and you have some arrows, a sidebar tracker, some checklists, the weekend banner. Then here you have another sidebar tracker, some checklists, tons of different headers, and I love her icons so much. They're so beautiful. Here you have the full boxes. You get 9 full boxes, and then you have this one that says Hello Autumn, so you can choose which one you want to leave out, or you can cut them out in headers. I know some people would do that. I personally would mess up the sizing too much to do that, to be honest with you, but what I do is I'll just save them, like if I do a D-stash or if I want to pull one into like my B6stology. Here you have the full box checklists, half boxes, quarter boxes, and some more scripts down here. And then lastly, you have the washi. It's so beautiful. I love this burlap. If you guys know, I have burlap as my background on my Instagram photos, so I absolutely love that. And then here you have the date covers. So very pretty, very simple, and I like that she doesn't, put too much on like in her kits, but I prefer her new format with the 4 pages because these smaller loose pages I would probably lose. So anyways, if you're interested in watching me do this spread, then just stick around, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. On Monday, I used a quarter box to mark that I made a phone call, and then I used a phone from Miri Me Bell, and I'm going to use a Giving Girl bow to accent that. So this entire spread, I'm going to use Giving Girl bows as well as tasseled planner ones, but tasseled planner is no longer open, so I will specify which ones are which. But the links will be below as well. So the pen I'll be using is this Villa Beautiful pen. I will tell you guys that this pen skips a lot on the Erin Condren paper. I've only seen it work well, decently well, like on the Recollections and like regular notebook paper, but it was disappointing that it didn't work well on the Erin Condren because these pens are really expensive in my opinion, but they're very beautiful. So I mean, it's okay. I only got two, and I'll use them every once in a while, but you guys don't see them because they don't work well in my Erin Condren. So as you'll see at the bottom of Tuesday, the pen skipped a lot, so I struggled with that a little bit. But so now back to the plans. I used a tasseled planner laptop to mark that I FaceTime my friend over a flag. That half mandala is from it's from Honey Inked, and I didn't like how I put down the flat lay from Hazel sticker to mark Korean barbecue because it was a little crooked. But I'm going to use a half box to mark that we binge watched Punisher season 2, and that TV is from Tasseled Planner. That bind divider is from Netty Designs. I love how simple they are and they're really pretty, and the paper is really forgiving too, so you can reposition it a lot. So onto Tuesday, I use a to-do header, but I cover it with the sleep mask from Miri Me Bell, and it says time to relax, and the sleep-in script is from Honey Inked. And then I'm going to use a half box to mark that we went to this place called Beppu Ropeway. We took a lot of photos, and it's just really pretty to see like the scenery and all the mountains and everything. And that camera is from Crafts by Towie, and I use a rose-colored day squiggle in between that. So at the bottom of Tuesday, I'm going to use like a half, I don't know what to call it, like a half scallop box with a bow from my spoiled planner to mark that we walked around town, and the tennis shoe is from Lilac and Paper. I also used another Giving Girl bow accent. And then I'm going to put two hearts together from Clever Gal Crafts. Sorry, I'm mixing up all of these shops' names. Clever Gal Crafts, and I got this method from Kristen of Planning Kalo. So from what I understand, Clever Gal Crafts used to have foiled kiss cut hearts, but she since stopped doing it, and I think it's had to do with like her cutters and how like it was easier to just do them on like circle in the circle shape. But I always wondered why they weren't in her shop anymore, but I'd seen people use them. But this was a great way to kind of recreate that. So basically, you can get whatever of the non-foiled hearts and then layer a kiss cut foiled heart over it to give it that effect, and it matches perfectly, which was awesome. So I'm going to continue to use this method, and I just want to make sure I'm giving credit where credit is due. So thanks, Kristen. And then at the bottom, I did use that heart to mark Korean barbecue again. We grabbed ice cream, and that's where like my pen was skipping, as you can see at the bottom of Tuesday. The ice cream is from Rose and Tea Shop, and the confetti circle is from Paper Mies Crafts, and I layered a bow over that. So now on to Wednesday, I used a quarter box to mark that we went to the store called Muji and another one called Syria. Syria is like their Dollar Tree, but it's way, way nicer than ours, I think. And that cash register is from Miri Me Bell again. Sorry, I have a hard time saying her shop name, Miri Me Bell. And then I used a flag with a sleep mask from, again, Miri Me Bell to mark that we took a nap. This hanger is from the kit to mark that we packed up because we had one more rugby game to go to before we flew out the next morning. That flourish is from Honey Inked. That large bow is from Paper Shire, and the telephone is a leftover from a kit from the Given Girl. I just wanted to mark that I spoke to my family back in the Philippines. I made a mistake here. I put Fuji versus Wales. Oh gosh. I should have put Fiji versus Wales. That was the last game that we watched. It was a really good game. That rugby ball is from Barney and Moon, and I layered a bow over that. So my boyfriend had to correct me because he was listening to my voiceover, and he said, you said Fuji, not Fiji. So I think I was thinking ahead on Thursday when we saw Mount Fuji, so that just tripped me up a little bit. So on to Thursday. Sorry, this is out of frame, but first I used a quarter box to mark that we checked out of our hotel, and the tickets and this backpack are both from Miri Me Bell, and I used another squiggle and I created like a checklist with the stickers from the kit, and just to mark that we checked into the airport and we pretty much flew home all day. That airplane is from Honey Inked, And so since we were flying all day, we just had tons of movies and shows to watch. So I binged watched Big Little Lies, and I'm so glad I got into that show because when we got back, I continued to watch it. It's such a good show. I can't wait for the next season to come out. I just used a monitor from the kit to mark that. And then I'm going to use a foiled netty design circle with a camera from Me Belle. And I'm going to layer a Sticky Sloth Designs bow in the corner just to mark that we saw Mount Fuji, and it was so beautiful to be able to see it. It's massive. I only got to see the top part up above the clouds, but I think that's just so amazing and breathtaking. But it was just a really cool experience. And then when we landed, I got a Starbucks pumpkin cream cold brew because I hadn't had one since we left, and I didn't want, pretty much the fall season is just gonna fly by, and it pretty much did. I think I only had this drink a couple times and then it's out of season already. But that coffee cup came with the kit, and I used a house sticker from Tassel Planner to mark that we finally made it home. And again, this is where the pen skipped the second time, and it was really frustrating. So I think you have to hold the pen a certain way, and it has to be on certain paper, but I think that's unforgiving with the price of the pen, in my opinion. Okay, it's still a beautiful pen, but I wouldn't justify buying another one, just my honest opinion. So on Friday, I used another circle from Paper Muse Crafts and a coffee cup from Miri Belle to mark that we had coffee. And the coffee for script is from Honey Inked. I'm going to use a YouTube play button to mark that I did some editing because after we came back from Japan, I think I woke up really early because I wanted to film a ton and try to catch up because I had missed out on 3 weeks and I just wanted to get back, on schedule. And the edit script is from Kenzie's Creations. She has the options of empty, half filled, and full, the block lettering, so you can get that option too. And this divider is from Honey Inked. I also used a half box with a White Deer stationery bow and car to mark that I drove to my parents. My parents were watching my dog for us, and it was really exciting leading up to seeing him again because we missed him very much. And again, I did the same thing with the 2 hearts from Clever Gal Crafts, and I used a paw print from a sticker sheet I got from Michael's to mark that I was reunited with my dog. And then I think that night, my parents either didn't feel like cooking, which I don't blame them after a work week. I mean, I'm just drained, so I don't blame them. And I didn't feel like cooking because we had just gotten back from traveling for a long time, so I was like, let's just get takeout. So we got Chinese takeout, and that takeout box is from Me Belle. And on Saturday, I'm going to use a half box to mark that we had breakfast in bed. The flat lay is from Regina Laughs, and I didn't like how I initially put it down, so I will play around with, trying to make it straight pretty much. And before I start finishing the rest of Saturday, I'm going to go ahead and put down the weekend banner at the bottom of the Saturday and Sunday, but I messed it up initially. I tore the weekend script, which was so bad. I was my heart stopped for a second, but it's just so dainty, but I was able to put it back together. Also, all of the floral deco pieces on the top, which I used to cover the whiteout because the Recollections dates are a little taller than the Erin Condren, so the date covers don't always fully cover it. What I tend to do is, I've seen people use washi up there, but I don't like how full it looks, so I like just using deco pieces. The kit didn't come with any, so I used what deco pieces I did have, so thankfully I had these rose gold ones, and I just cut them in half using my slice tool and just placed them over the date covers. And so on Saturday, I used a half sunburst from Honey Inked. They're so beautiful and minimal, just so neat looking. I just love them. They're so pretty. And I used another checklist to mark that I did a lot of editing, voiceovers, and uploading a haul because, again, I was trying to catch up and I had so much Happy Mail when I came back from Japan. And what else? Oh yeah, that microphone is a doodle from Laven Forest. I really love that she does her own doodles. And the movie marquee is from Avenue K Design. It was from a $2 Tuesday. She had a ton of different colorways with cool colorways and different the 3 foil colors. And on Sunday I did a lot of laundry, as you can assume, coming back from a trip for 2 weeks. I had a lot of laundry that needed to be washed. That clothesline is from Anna Luna Co. And I used 2 bows from The Giving Girl. I used a half box to mark filming. The film script is from Artbox Stickers, and the camera came with the kit. The squiggle is from Rose Colored Days, and I just did a lot of deep cleaning, even though my house wasn't really dirty because I cleaned it when before I left for Japan. I still felt the need to have a clean house. I try to clean on the weekends. It's just kind of my ritual. That cleaning bottle is from the kit. The grocery shopping script is from the Cynical Planner. And oh, by the way, this is a really great way to create your own habit tracker by using a quarter box and a header with bows on it, or hearts if you have that. Here are the leftover stickers. I have a lot of functional things left over, so I will likely pull these into another spread. And here is a Viv Wiggle. I love how this turned out. The colors are so beautiful with the rose gold. Thank you again for watching this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.